What if you could completely meld away any background, turning an ordinary cramped room into a vast, cinematic dreamscape with just the twist of a focus ring? For years, getting that insane, ultra-shallow depth of field on full-frame sensors meant dealing with soft, dreamy, downright messy glass that fell apart the second you opened it up. But everything just changed. ZY Optics dropped 3 brand new monsters into their Zone series, and they feature a jaw-dropping T1.0 maximum aperture. We are talking about true full-frame cinema glass with interchangeable PL and EF mounts that work on practically any camera you own. Are these monstrous hunks of glass worth the heavy cost and the heavy lifting, or are they just an expensive gimmick? Let us dive deep into the specs, the real-world tests, the pros, the cons, and find out whether these lenses deserve a spot in your kit. Understanding the ZY Optics Zone T1.0 lineup. When you look at the lineup, ZY Optics kept things focused and straightforward. There are 3 focal lengths available in the Zone series: a 35mm, a 50mm, and a 75mm. If you buy into the ecosystem, the full set comes in a massive, heavy-duty rolling case with an extendable handle that looks like it belongs on a Hollywood feature film set. Buying the complete set will set you back about $7,000, while picking up a single focal length individually costs $2,500. Out of the box, the review set came with PL mounts already installed, but ZY Optics also includes user-installable EF mounts in the package. This dual-mount flexibility means you can seamlessly switch between different camera ecosystems without missing a beat. Whether you shoot on a Sony mirrorless rig, a RED, or an ARRI, these lenses adapt to your workflow, size, build quality, and physical specs. Let's address the elephant in the room right away, because these are true T1.0 full-frame lenses with heavy-duty cinema housings. They are absolute units. Each lens weighs in at roughly 3 kilograms, which translates to about 6.6 pounds. They are built from solid, premium machined aluminum. One of the best engineering choices ZY Optics made here is uniformity. All 3 focal lengths share the exact same physical dimensions, and the gear rings for focus and iris are placed in the exact same positions across the board. If you use a follow-focus motor, you never have to adjust your motor placement when swapping lenses on set. Up front, you get a massive 110mm filter thread and a 114mm outer diameter. This means you will need to break out a legitimate full-size studio matte box because smaller, lightweight clamp-on matte boxes from brands like SmallRig or Tilta simply will not cut it for glass of this magnitude. Because these are full-frame lenses covering a massive 46mm image circle, you're going to want to invest in reliable lens support. Thankfully, ZY Optics thought ahead. The lens barrels feature mounting points all the way around the outside with little silver threads. They include dedicated lens support adapters that you can mount anywhere on the barrel, taking the immense strain off your camera mount. Mechanics and operator usability. From an operator standpoint, these lenses feel like true professional cinema gear. On the operator side, you get the focal length markings along with metric measurements. On the dummy side, you get imperial measurements in a window, showing feet and inches. The focus ring features a generous 270-degree throw. That long rotation gives you incredible precision when pulling focus manually. For your iris, you have a range from T1.0 all the way down to T16. ZY Optics packed a 16-blade iris into these lenses, which is the secret sauce behind why the bokeh balls stay beautifully round and organic as you stop down. The bokeh experience and real-world performance. Let's talk about bokeh, because isolation is the entire reason these lenses exist. When you shoot wide open at T1.0, the bokeh is astonishingly soft, smooth, and even. Single points of light transform into massive, glowing orbs that turn even the most ordinary backgrounds into a painterly masterpiece. There's a tiny bit of mechanical bokeh cutting at the absolute edges of the frame compared to the center, but that is completely normal for ultra-fast glass and barely noticeable in actual footage. Because of that T1.0 aperture, the background separation is so extreme that it completely transforms how a space feels. When it comes to sharpness, ZY Optics pulled off an impressive feat. These lenses are remarkably sharp, right in the center, even when shooting wide open at T1.0. You do not have to stop down to get a clean, usable image. Chromatic aberration is definitely present. If you look at high-contrast torture tests, like a black and white focus chart, you will see noticeable green, blue, and magenta fringing as elements move in and out of focus. In normal, real-world shooting scenarios like interviews or narrative work, you will rarely notice it, but in high-brightness, high-contrast environments, it rears its head. Depending on your personal taste, you will either love it or hate it. It gives off a distinct sci-fi, space-age vibe, with rich rainbow streaks cutting across the frame. If you want clean, sterile glass, this is not it. But if you want organic, stylized light interaction, it looks incredible. When you pull focus from a close subject to the background, the framing does not aggressively zoom in and out. Your composition stays locked in place, which makes working with these lenses a breeze on narrative sets. At $2,500 a piece, or $7,000 for the set, they are a serious investment. They are heavy, they require proper lens support, and they demand a sturdy rig. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon like that.